I just want to say that we are so excited that you have decided to join the Tone Setters as a door greeter. Now there's two different positions for door greeters. There's the front door greeters, and then there's also the door greeters at the auditorium doors. And so we're going to give you some tips that's going to help you know how to do what you're supposed to do. Not only that, but to do it to the best of your ability so that you can make the biggest impact to help connect families to life. So here are some tips. The first thing that is very important to know is that you never ask somebody if it's their first time here at Family Life Church. And let me tell you why. Because what's going to happen is you're going to ask somebody, hey, is this your first time here? And then you're going to find out that no, they've been here for 2 years and you just didn't recognize them. But instead, what you should ask is, hey, how long have you been coming to Family Life Church? And at that point, if they are first-time guests, they can say, oh, this is my first time. Or if they're not a first-time guest, be like, oh, I've been here for about 2 years. And then you can be like, oh, my name's so-and-so. It's a pleasure to meet you finally. And so it gives you a way out so you don't get caught up in that awkward situation. Another thing you need to know about serving as a door greeter is that you need to arrive at least 30 minutes before service starts. So if you're serving in the 11 o'clock service, you need to arrive by at least 10:30. And the reason we ask you to get here so early is because 30 minutes before service starts, you're going to meet with the rest of your team at the Dream Team Basecamp. In there, you'll be able to meet your team leader and the other people serving in the other capacities as a tone setter. And then you're going to go through this thing we call a team huddle, which is where you look at some vision, some implementation, and you're going to get a chance to pray. So it's a good chance for your team leader to relay any information you may need to know. And then after your 15-minute meeting, 15 minutes before service, we want you in position, ready to go with your lanyard on. Now, if you're going to be an auditorium door greeter or an usher, there's a few extra things that you do need to know. The first thing is that when you go to the doors, you may find before service that there might be a barrier in front of the doors. Just make sure that 15 minutes before service, you move that out of the way so that way the doors are clear so you can help people and welcome them into the service. Another thing you need to do that's different from the front doors is that you will be handing the people coming into the auditorium the sermon notes. Now, from time to time, there will also be an insert that maybe you will put in there also, or maybe something to hand the people when they leave service afterwards. But we would let you know about that during your team huddle. And then the other thing you need to know is that after service, people may hand you a connect card, their offering, or an I have decided card if they didn't get a chance to turn it in during offering. And so all you have to do is if you get one of those is simply take it and turn around and drop it in the drop box. Super easy. Don't want you to worry about it because we'll be able to get all that stuff later that day when we look in the drop box. Now after service, there's a couple things that we do want you to do. If you're a front door greeter, we want you to make sure that you're going back to the doors to open up doors for the people leaving service. Usually in the first 5 minutes, and most of the people are going to have left at that point. Now there's going to be people hanging out for the after party. You don't have to stay there for like 20 minutes because some people will stay all day if they have the opportunity. You just stay there for a few minutes. People can open up their own doors if they're just hanging out for a while. But one thing that we do ask if you are a front door greeter after the second service is that we want you to clean up the games on the front porch that the kids play with. The container for that can be found in the lobby closet. And if you're an auditorium door greeter, one thing that would be very helpful is that after you're done serving, if you're serving in the first service, make sure to put that rope barrier back up. That way people know that they can't go into the auditorium. And then what you can do after you put that up is just to do a quick sweep in the auditorium. Just look for notes that are left behind or pins that are left in the seats, anything that could be distracting or anything that could look like it's sloppy. We want you to just go in there and kind of refresh the room and make it look like it's brand new again. With your help, we all work together to help create a place where people can find the life that only God can bring. This is your ministry. You can do it. Look for ways to improve, and let's help people feel like they are part of the family.